Gotta give us some warning.
Sorry, that
Right.
was the warning. Rolling.
Rolling.
Action.
Cracking. This is beautiful. Well, hello, I'm CJ. I study photography at the University of Cumbria. And yeah, I do photography that's kind of, well, I can't really escape it. It's all influenced by kind of all my mental health issues. So everything from my anxiety and depression to my autism to my ADHD. It kind of, yeah, all impacts my creative practice really. Since sort of start of high school, I really realised how much I started to struggle to socialise. So I never really had that many friends outside of kind of immediate people that you're forced with and form and things. So one of my art projects, I decided to start going to photograph people around the campus. And as you started doing that, you kind of realise that more and more people, if you're one of the kids walking around with a camera, people want to know what you're doing. And I kind of realised that my social abilities flourished with kind of this camera in front of me. It became the uniform that I had, this kind of disguise that I had. So I decided that, you know what, I'll start doing this. And I enjoyed it, and it kind of adapted my social ability. So ever since then, kind of the last sort of 10, 11 years now, photography for me has been this way of communicating and discovering the world and kind of, yeah, just doing that really. Haven't done, unfortunately. Hopefully we'll be doing soon, the more my portfolio develops and things like that, but yeah, not many commissions to this date. Sister's wedding and one friend, and that's about it. Since about age 10, 11 or so yeah, about 10 or so years ago now. Fortunately, I feel like I'm aging these days, so yeah, it's been quite a while now. Yeah, so I thought, where's something that's kind of more meaningful to me rather than like a studio or anywhere that you kind of often see documentaries done for this. And the woods is somewhere that I really enjoy. It's peaceful, it's really interesting to photograph. It's just somewhere where I feel at home really. It's kind of, yeah, it's somewhere that I feel safe for doing this, basically getting, as far as I can consider it, getting interrogated. I want to be somewhere where I actually am quite peaceful, so yeah, that's where we're at here. Yeah, so I have a couple of things. Main one for me is bouncing my knees. But as much as it annoys my sister and sort of family around the car, it's kind of been the one that I've been doing for quite a while. I've only been diagnosed just over a year now, so a lot of this has kind of been discovering, kind of not realising that I had stims, and then kind of after diagnosis realising, oh yeah, the bouncing my leg in the car and ridiculously annoying my sister for several years, that was one. So that's kind of the main one. I also have different ones, sort of like an audible one, which is doing that, clicking my fingers, just kind of generally moving my body for sensory reasons or just for anxiety reasons, or it's just, yeah, many stims. Probably sort of once this has been published, probably about 6 months I'll have discovered actually. I have a few more, but yeah, for now that seems to be pretty much the list. Yes, so everybody kind of stims, we just have varying reasons and varying levels. I mean, whenever I talk about anything in regards to like autism and depression, it's not the whole thing, it is just specific for me. So I know that my dad does it when he gets bored or when he gets excited. I do the exact same thing, bored and excited, but I also do it for frustrated and different reasons. Stimming and self-stimulation is something that humanity does, but the neurodiverse people do it probably more often or for a wider selection of reasons. There is variation between it all. Outside of photography, it kind of forms the basis for a lot of my inspiration, so I struggle to explain verbally how I feel, so the idea behind my artwork is just kind of this visual representation of it. Every creation is some aspect of kind of the mismatched chemistry of my brain, realistically.
I'd like to give a special thanks to Conor for taking part in this documentary. I hope you all take a look at their work and see how much of an inspiration they are as an artist and as a friend.